go to winners and losers presented by Discover. We got a lot to talk about in the hockey world. Let's see where we're starting here. I think we're going to go with the elder statesman, your old teammate, Alexander Ovechkin. He keeps scoring, man. He's a winner. Another 20-goal season for Ovi. How does he keep doing this?
He's the best goal scorer in the world. And so, and I will say, he always thinks he's going to score. Every time he shoots, in his mind, the puck is going in the net. A lot of people don't feel that way, especially if you're struggling a little bit, or if you're not a guy like Ovi that has complete confidence in himself.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you're shooting, and you're like, I don't know if this is going to go in. And Ovi doesn't think like that.
Yeah.
And it was probably my third year when everyone said that Ovi's time's done, right? When I got traded there in 2015, they said Ovi has a 2-year window, and then he's going to start slowing down. And then 2018 rolls around, and we raised the cup, right? 2019, he has another phenomenal year. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to, whatever this guy wants to do, he'll do it. So if he wants to get 20 goals, he wants to get 30, he wants to get hot this year, and I think, he could get 40.
I want to ask this before we get to our next winner and loser here. Did you guys celebrate milestones, like when he got to 600, 650? Did you talk about it? Did he care about it? What were the milestones like along the way?
He never acted like it was about him. He never acted like it was a distraction. I feel like we were more jacked up about it than he was, right? And I'm sure deep down he should be extremely proud of himself, but he was always the first one to congratulate the teammates and say, hey, you are a big part of this. Thank you. You stand up at the end of the game, you give your speech, you get your pucks and your milestone, and he'd always say, I can't thank you guys enough. Couldn't do it by myself. And but man, when he would get those milestones, I think 600 might have been the first one when I got there, or maybe 500 was really early. You're just praying you're on the ice to give that pass, because you want to get in the picture at the end when he's holding the pucks. And that's a guy like me, that's you're like, hey, that's how you go down in history when you're Ovi's teammate.
I love that. You want that the action shot.
Yeah. It's not going to be me going down in history for something. I want to be a part of his.
That's awesome. Be part of the aura.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of aura, you know who has that in spades right now? The Buffalo Sabres. Loser, any team that is playing Buffalo right now. It wasn't that long ago, TJ, that we were talking about the Buffalo Sabres as soon as Jarmo Kekalainen, general manager, got hired. Oh, Lindy Ruff might be next. If they went on a 3-game losing streak after that hiring, we might have a whole different conversation. But they went 10 straight winning. They're now 14-2 over the last 16 games. I believe the term wagon with a capital W applies to them right now.
Yeah, and I'll speak one to Jarmo.
Okay.
Jarmo drafted me to the Blues.
Yes.
He was a part of that. I believe in the combine when I had my meeting with the Blues, Jarmo was in these khaki shorts, he's a European, so they're pretty high. He showed me how to get down into a full squat in the middle of a boardroom. And I was like, wow, this guy is intense. I respected him so much. But the next thing I want to talk about is the belief in your team, in your teammates, and what you're doing.
Yeah.
Buffalo has a great team. Everyone here is in the NHL. They're there for a reason. You need to have belief in your systems. You need to have belief in your teammates, what they're going to do. That trust factor, I think, is a big contributor to Buffalo's success.
Yeah, they are doing no wrong right now.
Yeah.
Everything is great when you're winning. But my goodness, the Sabres are doing everything right now, which is great to see, because that market, and I've said this a lot, that market deserves winning teams, whether it's the Bills, whether it's the Sabres. All right, let's go speed round. The next winner is the unstoppable one so far. The Leafs are also on a roll. Auston Matthews. Watch this move against the Avalanche. I mean, they beat the Avalanche at home, which is a tall task. They hadn't lost at home since October 28th in those gorgeous Nordiques outfits. But Auston Matthews, man, that deceptive shot. You've talked about it on The Point and on broadcasts before as well.
Yeah, it's that he's got a long reach, but it's this pull here that he changes the angle of the puck. And when you can pull and shoot in one motion, it's so hard for goaltenders to handle. Yeah. He's one of the elite goal scorers in our game.
Loser, staying in net. Little bit of an unfortunate series of events here at the end of the Oilers-Predators game. If you're an Edmonton fan, you're probably feeling it right now. Tristan Jarry tries to play the puck. Roman Josi says, you know what? I'm going to just grab the puck here, and I'll score in the net. It happens. It happens.
It does, and honestly, the team doesn't mind, right? The teams are 100% behind their goaltenders. I would have loved to be Bouchard in that instance because, you know, you always want to you play goalie, you play different positions when you're having fun. He had a chance to do a 2-pad stack there, and he decided to go in a half butterfly. I would have slid over and, you know, had some fun with it, tried to save a goal.
Why not, right?
For the boys.
Now, that would have been an action shot.
Yeah.
That would have been one.
That would have been a winner.
That would have been a winner, and that would have been framed on the wall if you made the save on a 2-pad.
Oh, I would have loved it. I would have loved it.
And then went the other way and scored. SportsCenter #1. That's top 10 #1 easily. This is probably the winner of the week. Abbey Cadabra. Unbelievable Abbey Murphy with maybe the move of the year here.
This might be winner of the year. So that first move is something you try in the summer. You try and practice against someone. Never against the older guys. I would never do it against the older guys. But if you got a young guy down there, but it's the one-handed pass right on the tape at the end that the skill is there, but the desperation, even though you don't have 2 hands in your stick to finish off the play, that's an elite. I don't care who you are in the world. That's a phenomenal play.
And she's, you know, racking up the points in college hockey right now for Minnesota. Abbey Murphy. I mean, remember that name because it might be prevalent, especially as we get towards the national championship. And she is, I mean, that's probably not the last time we're going to see her with a highlight reel like that. That's just unbelievable.
I don't love that she's a Golden Gopher, being a North Dakota Fighting Sioux, but phenomenal.
From Minnesota, maybe a little bit.
Maybe from Minnesota, maybe.
Tangential.
Yeah.
All right.